Welcome back, students. In this video, we are going to discuss solving LPP graphically. Solving linear programming problems graphically. What is this? See, in the last lecture, we were discussing about formulation of LPP, how to formulate a linear programming problem when we are having the objectives and constraints and the available of resources. So what we did, just we formed the linear programming problem and we made an equation. But the ultimate idea, what do we need? How many quantities we are going to produce? Because this is what we discussed in the previous lecture. We said that how many quantities of X1 quantities of items to be product A to be produced, X2 quantities of product B to be produced. Now, using the available resources and based on the requirements, we are going to solve, or how many quantities we are going to produce, we are going to find. How we are going to find? We are having different model. First model we are going to discuss about solving LPP graphically. The first model using the graph. When you are studying previous classes, you have studied about, for example, when you are having y is equal to mx plus c, when you are having a straight line, you can form the line, isn't it? You will form a line. You are having an equation ax plus by is equal to c. So what you did, you said, okay, this is the intercept form. The form may be like this, and this is based on the values of a and b. Now we are going to use this principle and we are going to solve the equation using graphs. Using graphs. How to use this? This is what we are going to discuss in this video. See, for example, I am having a solution. Solve the problem graphically. Maximum is equal 6x plus ny. Subject to the constraints, 5x plus 2y less than or equal 30 and x plus 2y less than or equal to 18, x and y greater than or equal 0. For example, I am having a problem. Maximum z is equal to 6x plus ny. Subject to the condition 5x plus 2y is less than or equal to 30, x plus 2y less than or equal to 18, our x and y is greater than or equal to 0. Here we are having two equations. Here is the objective function, here is the alternative function. Now what we are going to do now? We need to find the solution for x and y using this condition that yields the maximum solution. I am going to find the values of x and y and I am going to check which value gives us the maximum result or maximum profit. How to find this? This is what. Here we are going to use the graphical method. You know that very well. When we are having an equation, now I am going to consider the equation 5x plus 2y equal 30. Because I don't want to take it now, just I am considering this equal. I will draw the diagram and after drawing the diagram, I am going to take to the less than or equal. I am going to consider the less than or. I am having an equation 5x plus 2y less than or equal to 30. You know that very well how to draw the diagram for this, isn't it? Here is my x-axis, isn't it? And here is my y-axis. This is x, this is 1, and this is origin 0. So to draw the straight line for this equation, I need at least 2 points. I need at least 2 points. Which 2 points? This is up to you. You discussed different model previously. Here I am going to identify the intercepts. I am going to find what is the x value and what is y value. I am going to find the intercept. How to find this intercept? I am going to find two values. One is a, one point. I am going to consider the other point as b. When I want to find the value of a, I am going to find the value on x-axis. I am going to find the value on x-axis. When I want to find the value on x-axis, you know that very well here our y value is 0. On x-axis, the y value is 0. In the same idea, when I want to find the point on x-axis, y-axis, I am going to assume the x value is 0. So first I am going to assume the y value 0. So this 2y will become 0. 5x is equal to 30. So x is equal to 30 divided by 5. The simple idea, for the first point, take the y coordinate 0. Divide the right hand side by the coefficient of x. Divide the right hand side by the coefficient of x. Now in the same idea, I am going to find the y value. How to find the y value? I am going to find the point on y-axis. When I want to find the point on y-axis, I am going to assume the value of x as 0. I am going to assume the value of x 0. That means x will become 0. I am having 2y is equal to 30. So this is 30 divided by 2. Now I got the 2 points. First point 6, 0, 30 by 5, 6, 0, and the second point 0, 15. Isn't it? So I got the 2 points. So take the right hand side. For first point, divide by the value of x, and for coordinate the coefficient of x, and for the second point, divide by the coefficient of y. Now I am having 2 points. So roughly I am going to draw the diagram. So you know that very well 6, 0. This will be on x-axis, isn't it? So I am going to take the point somewhere here. This is a 6, 0. And I am going to check the next point b 0, 15. So this will be somewhere here. b 0, 15. I am going to join these 2 points through a straight line. I am going to join these 2 points by a straight line. Now we got the straight line for the first equation. In the same idea, I am going to draw the graph for the second constraint. How to do this? I am going to proceed with the same principle and idea. My equation 2, this is x plus 2y equal 18. X plus 2y equal 18. From this I am going to find 2 points. One point I am going to take C, the other point I am going to take D. Whatever the condition we did, we are going to use the same principle of here. For first point, I am going to take the y value 0. And for the second point, I am going to take the x value 0. Take the right hand side. Here the coefficient is 1, so this is 18 by 1. Take the right hand side. Here the coefficient is 2, so I am going to divide it by 2. So my point C is 18, 0, and my point D is 0, 9. So I am going to draw this graph. My C, somewhere it will be here, isn't it? C will be 18, 0, and 0, 9. My point D will be somewhere here, 0, 9. Now I am going to draw the line for these 2 points. I am going to join these 2 points by a straight line. Till now we consider only the conditions, the constraints. Even we have not considered the constraint as it is, we are having less than or equal, but we have considered equal because we want to draw the graph. Now, when we check here, my constraints are less than or equal. My constraints are less than or equal. What is the meaning of less than or equal? For example, AB is the equation of straight line or the constraint 1. The values of x and y are below this. The values of x and y are below the straight line. So this is less than or equal. In the same idea, I am going to check the next point. My next point is 18, 0, 0, 9. I draw the line here, and again the constraints are less than or equal. That means my values of x and y for this will be below the straight line. Below the straight line. Now we are going to discuss about feasible region. When we were discussing chapter 1, we said what is the meaning of feasible region. The meaning of feasible region, the area where the solution may occur, where the possibilities, the area where the solution may occur. Now when I check this, I can identify very clearly this is the area of intersection, isn't it? This is the area of intersection. So my feasible region is the feasible region for the given constraints. The solution feasible region is nothing but O, A. That is the point here. I don't know what is this point. I am going to assume this point as E. I am going to assume this point as E. O, A, E, D. This is the feasible region for my solution. The possible solution we occur within this region. Here we are having 4 possibilities. Alternatives are there. One, a point 0, 0, 0. The solution may be somewhere some 0, 0. Or the solution may occur at the point A 6, 0, or the solution may be here on the point E, or the solution may occur on the point 0, 9. These are all the end points. I am having 4 end points of the feasible region. End points of the region. End points of the feasible region. I am having 4 points. What are all the points here? I am having 4 points. The first point is 0, 0. I am coming here. The second point is A 6, 0. When I move here, I don't know this point. I am going to assume x, y. I am going to find this point now. And finally, I am having the point D 0, 9. I am having the point D 0, 9. So we are having 4 end points. Now we have to find the second, the point of E. What will be point E? Once if I find the value of point E, and then we are going to assume this 4 point, and we are going to find the objective function. We are going to find the maximum of the objective function. How to find this? So first let me solve the equations, and I am going to find, because I am having 2 equations, I am going to solve the 2 equations. What is the equation 1? 5x plus 2y is equal to 30. And what is the second equation? I am having x plus 2y is equal to 18. Minus. So this is 4x is equal to 12. So the value of x is equal to 3. The value of x is equal to 3. Now I am going to substitute this value in any one equation, 1 or 2, for my comfortability. I am substituting in 2. So 3 plus 2y is equal to 18. 3 plus 2y is equal to 18. So 2y is equal to 18 minus 3, 15. So y is equal to 7. So now we got the attained the value of E. This is 3, 7.5. We got the value of E, which is 3, 7.5. Okay. Now I hope you could able to see all the values. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 7.5. And we are having 4 endpoints of the feasible region. 0, A, E and D. The value of 0 is 0, 0. The point is 0, 0. A is 6, 0. Now we found the value of E. We found the value of E. What is the value of E? This is 3, 7.5. And we are having the value of D 0, 1. Now we are going to assume this 4 values and we are going to find the maximum value from the objective function. We are going to find the maximum of the objective function. So how to do this? Now we are going to consider the objective function. I am having z is equal to 6x plus 10y. I am having 4 points. One point is 0, 0, 0. I am having another point A 6, 0. I am having another point E 3, 7.5. And then I am having another point D 0, 9. So in place of X and Y, I am going to substitute the value and then I am going to find the maximum profit or maximum Z. When I substitute 0, this maximum Z will be 0 because 0 plus 0, the value will become 0. Now I am going to put 6, 0. This is maximum Z is equal to 6 multiply 6 plus 10 multiply 0. So this will become 36. So this will become 36. I am going to check the value of E. This is maximum. Z is equal to, this is 6 multiply 3 plus 10 multiply 7.5, isn't it? 6 multiply 3, 10 multiply 7.5. So this is 18 plus 75. 75, 85, 93. And finally I am going to substitute the value of D. So this is maximum Z is equal to, this is 6 multiply 0 plus 10 multiply 9, the value is 19. Now I am having 4 alternatives, one is 0, one is 36, one is 93, one is 19. Our objective is to find the maximum. Our objective is to find the maximum. What is the maximum value here? I am going to check the maximum value is 93. So we are going to write maximum Z is equal to 93. I am going to check the point E3, 7.1. So the basic principle, take the two constraints, draw the graph. From the graph, find the feasible region and find the endpoints of the feasible region. Find the endpoints of the feasible region. And then substitute the endpoints in the objective function. Wherever you are getting the maximum value, we are going to assume that as the maximum profit and the corresponding value 3, 7.5. That means if I have to produce X quantity of product A, I am going to produce 3 quantities. When I want to produce Y quantity, that means I am going to produce 7.5 quantities. So this is the way how we are going to solve the LPP graphically. Here in this model we discussed about the maximum. In the next one we are going to discuss about minimum. Thank you all.